Hey guys, I'm Jamie. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if this isn't your first time. Either way, I'm so happy to have you join me today. I have something a little bit different for you. We are doing the 4-park challenge at Disney World, and I am so excited to share that with you. But stay tuned to the end because I am going to go through the details of the trip. The main body of this video is going to be kind of just taking you through the 4 parks. And then at the end, I'll show you where we parked, what we took for transportation, and how we did the whole thing. So come along with us. It'll be a lot of fun. All right, everybody, we are attempting the 4-park challenge today. Emily and Bill and me. So we're starting our day off in Hollywood Studios.
I'm really scared of
All right, guys, so our first ride was Toy Story Mania, which Bill won because he's really good at games. I was second place. Emily was third. Right, Em?
Yeah.
And then we are now on our way into Galaxy's Edge because we have an Oga's Cantina reservation, so we're super excited to go check that out. Emily's going to get her first alcoholic drink at Oga's Cantina.
But if your physical is not better, then you can't accept.
You take it the other way. I feel like it's going to attack me. So we are trying to choose one ride at least at each park. So we're still at Hollywood Studios, and we're gonna do Rise of the Resistance, which we've done before. But it's always fun to do it again.
I want a picture like here.
We just stayed at Oga's Cantina. That was super cool.
I want a picture of me like looking out.
We made it to Animal Kingdom, so we are in the Pandora section, which is just beautiful and cool. We're gonna go find something to eat. Cheeseburger pods at Satuli Canteen. In Pandora. How's your cheeseburger pod? Good. Very good. And coleslaw. The coleslaw has carrots in it, which kind of surprised me, but. And then Bill got a chicken and rice bowl.
Very colorful.
It could come with vegetables, but he opted to not add those.
Kudu. Well, these are actually females, and we can tell because they don't have any horns. And up on the hill, they look a little bit far away, but when they're right next to us, they stand about 55 inches at the shoulder. That's a little bit more than pelicans. They have a pink back under their wing all year round. It's going to be far more prominent during mating season, and it's going to really blush and to continue to grow as they live, whereas you or I will stop growing at a certain age. They simply slow down at a certain age. They're actually part of the crocodilian family, which that is part that I'm going to point out the animals over on my left-hand side. It looks like they're pulling just a little bit in the rain. It's super cute. These are African wild dogs. They're going to be most commonly referred to as African painted dogs as well. Each and every one of them has a really unique coat that almost looks like it was finger painted. They're mostly hollow. And it actually is really helpful for these cows. It's actually called a tower. Super fitting for the tallest animals, I think. These are actually Maasai giraffe, and we can tell because those are regular shaped spots that they have. The giraffes do actually spend most of their days eating, only about 30 minutes every day. Large ears that are kind of shaped like the African continent. I'm gonna pull your attention really quickly to the animal on my left-hand side. It looks like there are some in the trees as well as climbing around behind those rocks. Those are mandrills. Well, they are the largest monkey species. You might see some of that movement happening. I believe that was the baby jumping around. Lightest color ones. You see some of the smaller ones that are a little bit grayish brown color. Those are the babies. We actually know that because it does take about 2 full years for them to get their pink coloration that they're so famously the main hunters of the group. They will go out and hunt in the evenings when they're most active since they're nocturnal, and the males will stay behind in order to protect the pride and the cubs. Maine can actually weigh anywhere up to 40 pounds. That is a lot of fur. Up here on my right hand side, you might also start to notice some white rhinos. Now there are 2 baby white rhinos hanging out right here in this area.
This one.
Now they actually get their name from the Afrikaans word "weit," which means wide and not white. That's because they have very wide upper lips.
Alright, as you can see, we went on the safari, so we've done food and a ride at Animal Kingdom. That's park number 2, so we are headed to, where are we headed now? EPCOT now, for park number 3.
I got pop crowds and everything.
Park number 3 is EPCOT, so we are heading to Soarin' and Living with the Land. These are 2 of our favorite rides here.
One day, many of these lesser-known tropical plants may be as important as the bananas growing on both sides of the boat. More than 28 million tons of bananas are eaten annually, making it the most popular fruit in the world. The future of agriculture may include innovative ideas like this vertical growing system. Plants grown in this way use a fraction of the space required by traditional growing.
Let's take a look, shall we? Welcome to the future. Or should I say...
Why do we get Bill?
Here in your
Where are you?
here's a little vacation in the breeze. Your smart suitcase tells you where you're going and what you'll need.
Where the heck are you?
And with solar power from your home fueling station, you're off.
Bill.
You won't have to worry about your pets much the time, thanks to handy household robots.
Last park, we are at Magic Kingdom. It is 8:14. We ate something already. We ate corn dog nuggets at Casey's Corner. And now we are headed to go see what ride we're going to do. But we have been super successful today, so I am very excited. But it's loud and crowded. So off I go.
Anchor now, you swabbies. What may I offer for these hearty?
I'm Morak 5. You're headed aboard this Highway Star. Absolute best way to see tomorrow. And my stars are your everlasting. Space to us. Really nothing like today and tomorrow.
For your safety, if you have wings, jetpacks, or gravity polarizers.
All right, guys, so our 4-park challenge day was a complete success. We had so much fun. I highly recommend doing this if you have the chance. It's just a blast. So a couple of tips to keep in mind before embarking on your own 4-park challenge. Number 1, you have to have a park hopper pass. You are not able to hop to another park without it. Number 2, you have to have reservations for your first park. It's incredibly important. Again, Disney requires reservations for that first park. You do not need a subsequent reservation for the 3 parks afterwards, but you do need one for that first park. And 3, you can't hop to your second park until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So let me get into the how we did this. I've been wanting to do this challenge for a really long time. My daughter got us free tickets to Disney because she works for Disney. So we were able to get the park hopper tickets for free. Normally we just do the 1 park per day tickets, and that's great. But we thought, why not grab this opportunity while we had it? So here's how we did things. First off, we did not park at the park where we started. We parked at Magic Kingdom. Here's why. Magic Kingdom stays open later than any of the other parks. So we thought we'd have an easier time getting back to that one at the end of the night because transportation would be running to it all throughout the day and into the night, whereas it might not at parks that closed earlier. So we parked at Magic Kingdom and went into the ticketing and transportation center at Magic Kingdom. Over to the right is the bus center, so we went and grabbed a bus and took it to Wilderness Lodge. The reason we picked Wilderness Lodge was because it was the first bus that we came across, and that's what a cast member recommended to us. So we took a bus over to Wilderness Lodge, and from there we hopped a bus to Hollywood Studios. The rules I had given us for this challenge were we had to ride at least 1 ride and eat or drink at least one thing at each park. So made it kind of easy, and we definitely did multiple rides at some of the parks, but we started at Hollywood Studios, and we started by just kind of walking around Galaxy's Edge. It's really fun back there. It's a really good time if you are into Star Wars. Even if you're not super into Star Wars, it's a really fun place to walk around. So we walked around Galaxy's Edge. We started at Oga's Cantina, which is this really fun bar in Galaxy's Edge, and we had a couple of drinks. They were really interesting. I would not necessarily recommend what we had, but I can't remember what I had, to be honest, by this point. It's about a week later now. So I had a very fizzy drink that kind of attacked me while I was drinking it. My husband had one that looked like it was dripping blood. I don't know what it actually was, but he said it was pretty good. And my daughter had this like Jello stuff that had Pop Rocks in it. That was interesting. Not terrible, but the way Pop Rocks feel in your mouth is not my favorite. So after Oga's Cantina, we went on Rise of the Resistance, because when in Galaxy's Edge, you must do Rise of the Resistance. So we also did Toy Story Mania. That was super fun. It's like an arcade game, and you kind of go through the ride and shoot as many targets as you can. It was really fun. We had a great time. And then it was time to head to our next park. So our next park was Animal Kingdom. We took a bus there. We just went to the front of the park. You can hop a bus as early as 1:30 to move to your next park. So we went to the front of the park. By then it had started raining. It was about 2 o'clock by then. We took a bus over to Animal Kingdom, and we didn't stay at Animal Kingdom for very long because it was raining. So at Animal Kingdom, we did the safari, and then we went to Satuli Canteen and had cheeseburger pods. Those were pretty good. They were a little bit on the spicy side, just a tiny bit, and there was some coleslaw that came with it that had like big chunks of carrots, which was very different for me. It was all right. It wasn't my favorite thing. The cheeseburger pods, though, were pretty interesting. So from Animal Kingdom, we took a bus to EPCOT. EPCOT is our absolute favorite park, and we did spend the entire day there the next day, but that day we only spent a couple of hours. So once we got there, we went on Soarin' and Living with the Land, which is my absolute favorite. And then we went on Spaceship Earth. We also went to the World Showcase Pavilion so that my daughter and I could have a Pog Juice mimosa. Pog Juice is passion fruit, orange juice, and guava juice mixed with champagne when you make it a mimosa, and it was absolutely delicious. I have since made it at home because it was so yummy. I really, really liked it. So because we were at Epcot at that point, and the monorail goes between Epcot and Magic Kingdom, we decided to hop the monorail to head to Magic Kingdom. And once we got to Magic Kingdom, we had corn dog nuggets at Casey's Corner. We went on Pirates of the Caribbean, the Haunted Mansion, and the People Mover, which are 3 of my absolute favorite rides at Magic Kingdom. So we got a ton done that day. We got so many rides done. We got to try different foods that we hadn't tried before. It was really just such a good day. I would highly recommend this if you can be on your feet a lot. My husband has some issues with gout, and he had to ride a scooter the whole next day because we really kind of killed his ankle. So just something to keep in mind. You can do it with a scooter or wheelchair. However, I don't think it's very easy to rent a wheelchair at the parks and then move it from park to park. You have to return it and then hope that there's one available at your next park. You could bring in your own scooter or wheelchair, and that would be fine. And I think they always have wheelchairs available, but not necessarily scooters. So just something to keep in mind if you maybe have some mobility issues. All in all, it was a great time, and if you decide to give it a try or have done it yourself, please leave it in the comments below. I would love to hear about it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.